Hi, ladies. I have had a few of my new distributors ask me how to set up a Facebook group, and I just want to do a quick tutorial to show you how to do that. So when you're in Facebook, you're going to go up to Home, and then over on the side you'll have a bunch of things, and you're going to see Groups, and it'll say what groups you're in. And I believe I just click on one of the groups. That works. How do I just start a new group? Hold on, it might take me a second. Okay, here we go. So on groups, I'm trying to close everything out. My Facebook's going crazy. Under groups, there is a part that says somewhere on your groups that says create group. So click on create group. It's going to ask you for your group name. Since I already have a name for my group, I'm gonna set one up like I'm doing a Facebook party, because I do those too. So this might help you also if you do Facebook parties as a group. You can do a Facebook party as a group or as an event. But let's say I'm going to do a Facebook party as a group, or, in your case, if you're setting up your new group page, then you just put your group name, whatever your name is going to be. So think of a name that you like, that you're going to stick with, that your people can find you. Mine is called the Everlasting Lip, so I'll say the Everlasting Lip Facebook party. Just because I'm going to use this for my next Facebook party, I guess. And I would probably go back and change the name to whoever's name. But I'll just do that right now so I remember what this is. Okay, so then it asks for your members, and you can start entering people right then and there. It asks if you're going to do it public, closed, or secret. The public is anybody can see it. Closed is anybody can find the group and see who's in it. Only members can see the post, and secret is only members can find the group. So I think I set mine up as closed, where it was just my friends, and if somebody else wants to be a part of it, they can add. Okay, so we're gonna do close. I think it's up to you how you want to do it. I don't think it's bad if you wanted to do public. I think they still have to send you a request. Anybody can see the group's members in their posts. I think they can still see a group, but they have to request to join your group. So that's not such a bad thing, because we might have some good people in there, but you have to look when people are requesting to join your group. And I had a few people that they're from another country. I'm like, you don't see any reason why they're requesting to join my group. They're not even women in some cases, so I just say no, because they're probably Spanish. So you just need to if you're gonna do it as public, you'll need to watch that and decide on who's to approve, so they don't spam the heck out of your page. We'll click create. Okay, so it says it won't let us do it unless we add at least one person. So since one of my girls, Nikki, is always doing stuff on here, she'll know what I'm doing. I'm just going to add her for now. So you would add, your top friends, or really, if it's your Facebook group page, you would add, for selling your Lipsense, you would add every female that you've got on your Facebook friend list. That's what I would do. So, you could just start typing their name, but if you just do one here, I really just start with one person. I wonder if you can even just start with yourself. Let me see if I type myself, if it lets me. Because, I would just add a really good friend or something, because it's making you start with one person. Or actually, why don't you just make it me? Let's do that. Make it me until you've got it completely set up, because you don't want to invite everybody until you've got something going on your page. Okay? So then hit create. Okay, now it's asking if we want to have an icon. And I think last time I looked for a lips icon and never found one, so I just skipped it. So you can click skip. And now it's ready to go. Okay, so now the first thing you want to do is definitely make sure you got a cover photo. So you can choose photo or upload photo. I have a whole Lipsense folder of photos, so I would go to upload photo. I'm going to click on pictures. And you guys should have the Lipsense folder that I have. Let me find my Lipsense folder. If you don't have my Lipsense folder, I can get it to you. Just let me know. Send me a message and say, hey, I need that Lipsense folder. Because I've organized this Lipsense folder for you guys, or for me, really, but I want to share with everybody because I spent so much time on it. So it's really organized, by colors, color comparisons, or comparisons with other brands, client selfies. You can have your own client selfies. You're welcome to use mine or make your own as you build your business. Contests and games, Creative stuff, daily word images. These are just things you can post on your page when it's like Friday, Wednesday, whatever. You're looking for something funny to post on your page because you don't always want to post sales stuff. Discounts and stuff for certain sales that you can use that are already designed up for like Mother's Day specials and stuff. General marketing. I think I've got a ton of stuff in general marketing, and I broke those down. So if you've got dance and cheer moms, you go right to dance and cheer and send them that picture or post that picture and talk about that. If people are nurses or doctors, there's pictures there with people in their masks and showing how to make it doesn't get on their mask. So this folder is super helpful and will save you a ton of time. Pageant moms, weddings, swimming. If people are going to the beach, I click on that folder and start advertising that. People who are workout people, advertise that. But I look for a general picture for my cover photo. I usually use, let's see, it should be in here. I usually use this one. I like this one a lot for my. It fits perfectly. It tells about the product. All-day lip color, waterproof, kiss-proof, smudge-proof, over 70 colors, plus ways to wear. It puts everything in a nutshell. I like that. So then you just save changes. And now you've got your title here. You've got your cover page. Now you just need to set it up because you've got nothing. Wouldn't invite anybody to take something first. So this is when I would start looking at your favorite videos on YouTube or videos that you've seen on my page, and you can share them. Or start posting pictures and albums. And albums are really important for you to set up on your page. A lot of people have not set up albums, and the page can be very disorganized if you don't. So let me show you kind of how to do that. So you're going to click on Photos. And then see how it says Photos, Albums, Videos. So click on Albums. And then you want to click Create Album. Now you can go back to my Lipsense folder that I have sent you. And you can say, okay, I need a folder of all the colors. So I have a ton of stuff under colors. I've got a blonde color lookbook, which is blonde-haired girls wearing pretty much every color we have. A brunette lookbook, brunette-haired girl wearing a lot of colors. I don't think I've got every color now. I'm working on it. There's a color by families, but what I do when I'm trying to show just every color first is I go to the cropped individual colors folder. I designed this little thing for a cover photo for that album, so you can load that one first, and that should make it your cover. Okay, and if it doesn't, I think you can click on somewhere to say make it. Maybe in the settings. Okay. Let's just add the colors and see how it goes. So then I go ahead and just start with apple cider, working my way down. I'm going to have to put the phone down for a second because I need two hands. Okay, sorry, I don't have my tripod. I was trying to do this one-handed. So you select them all and then just hit open. And then it's going to upload all the colors to your album. You want to do that so your clients can just find your colors album when they're looking for colors and know what they're looking for. So then you're going to want to change the name of the album. So change it to Lipsense Colors. And also, just in case I didn't tell you before, on your group name, when you're deciding a group name for your page, your Facebook page, you can have the word Lipsense. Now, throughout the page, you can put your actual group name, the title of your page. Minus the overlapping lips, it cannot be. You don't have Senegence or Lipsense in your group name. That's just a rule. No, I want to make sure you know that. You don't have to change it later. You can do Lipsense anywhere else, just not in your group title. Okay. So now, once you've got all those colors there, you're going to click Post. Maybe they're still loading. Let's see. They really want me to post it yet. Scroll down and see if we've got them all loaded. Looks like they're all loaded. So now, so now the button is loading. Maybe just take a minute to load. So now I click Post. Post for you in that album. And you can say something where it says, say something about this album. You could also put a description. Here is over 70 colors to choose from. Please let me know if you want me to help you find your own personal shade for you. Okay, so now it's going to take you back. Well, it's just showing us what the album looks like. Keep that cover. I like that cover, and you're welcome to use any of the covers that I've made. You're welcome to use any of the covers that I've made for your album. You can pretty much copy my page all you want from the everlasting. I'm totally fine. So I'm I'm going to go back to the main page just to show you how that looks. Now that I've posted that, it says recent activity. And then it shows, you know, that I added this album for people who go to my group page. So then they'll see that album. So that's pretty much the first start to it. I mean, I think it's important to have, you go back to my page and look at all the albums that I have, you'll see, you know, I do have, so then if you want to add another album, you're going to go back to photos, same way we did it before, albums, create album. So another important album I would say would be the glosses. So go back in my Lipsense folder that I have given you and find where it says glosses. My dogs are going crazy, sorry. Find where it says glosses, and then you can choose if you want to load all of these. There's some different things on there, so I would probably try to keep it somewhat organized. So not everything, some of these things, you know, I might post on regular daily posts. So just because it's in the album doesn't mean you need to post that whole album to your album. Does that make sense? You want your albums to be pretty clean, but then some of this information, you know, like this shows matte gloss, you know, I wouldn't necessarily put that in my gloss album, but I might post on my page one day to say, ooh, look how pretty these lips look with our matte gloss, you know. So some of these things, you know, pictures of her, you know, this model wearing gloss without color, I would just post separately. But as far as albums go, I would show every gloss color, and I would try to make it as uniform as possible. So again, I would click on this lip and go scroll down to all the glosses. And use my other hand again. Okay, so I've highlighted all those glosses, and then I would click open. Oh, I can't remember. I think I should have a graphic cover for that one too. So now we gotta see if we didn't load the graphic cover, how you do that. Let's see if I can remember because I've done it before. So it loaded all those standard colors. You'll see it looks nice and clean and standard. You don't want to get like busy in your albums. You want your albums to be pretty clean and easy for people to navigate. Okay, so add more photos. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back here and see. Maybe for my cover one, I would do the picture of all of them next to each other that says like what they all do. Okay, like this is a good one. So I might use that for my cover. Let's see, if I load it out, it's automatically going to take that to the bottom, if I remember right. But we want it to be the first picture. The first picture will be our cover picture. So, let's see. If I drag it, let me see if I can remember. Yeah. Okay, pick it up and drag it to the top first. And then click post. I have a bazillion tabs open because I'm mega multitasker. So I'm always doing a million things at a time. Okay, so let's go back to see, make sure how that looks. So I'm going to go back to the Facebook party, or whatever your group name would be, and see how it shows I posted these glosses. So then when people go through my page, they're going to see my gloss album, they're going to see my color. Those are the first two things they're going to see. Now, if I'm a customer and I'm trying to learn how to navigate, so if your customer says, well, how do I find a color? Just tell them you need to educate your customers how to use your album. So tell them to go to photos and then go to albums, and they'll be able to choose a color and choose a gloss. And see how that shows? Oh, and I forgot to title that. So this is to remind you how to do that. See how that shows the covers for you, which is nice. You definitely want your titles to be clear. So let me go back in. Whenever you need to make a change, you just click on edit. You don't want the title for September 20th. So let's change that to say glosses. And then done. Okay, and now our glosses and our colors are added and ready to go. So those are both the two most important things that you need, because everybody needs a gloss, everybody needs a color. Other things I have on mine is I have, you need to go to my page, The Everlasting Lip by Kathy, and you can check them all out. And some of those pictures might not be in my Lipsense album that I sent to you because I designed them on my phone using an app called Word Flag. So if you want to use that, it's a great app. I love it. You can find a picture on there or use a picture that you like and then add words to it to make your own covers if you want to make custom covers. But then, so if you want to go to my Everlasting Lip page and then click on photos and albums, you'll see all my albums. I have one album that says how to order. And I can go to that just to show you my albums while we're talking. But I think you know how to set up your page now. But now you would just go to my page and then you can click on photos albums, and you'll see what albums I've got. So I've got brunette color lookbook, which I did with a brunette wearing pictures, because a lot of people really identify better than just seeing the close-up lips. They kind of like to see it on a whole face. And if it's somebody who's got similar skin tone and hair color as you, they really like that, and I can identify with it. So I've got a blonde color lookbook. I've got a brunette color lookbook. I'm working on a redhead color lookbook, and I'm working on a dark skinned color lookbook. So I've got an album that says Want to Be a Distributor, and I created most of these that are in there, but it's like, if people are thinking about selling, I've got some information, so I created that cover, Lipsense distributor, become a lip boss. I did that in WordPress. You can do things like that yourself if you want. Some of these I found on the Boss page, which is now called Lip Bosses support group page, which is our direct upline page, and you're welcome to use any graphics there. So, it talks about, different little things that they might need to know if they're thinking about selling. So I did that for the potential distributors. Let's go back to my albums and see what other albums I have. Okay, let's back that up to albums. Let's look at my album. Sorry, I have too many people doing too many things. Oops, went to the wrong thing. Okay, album. So then I've got client selfies, and I did that so that my clients can upload pictures of themselves wearing the product that they bought from me. And I do a little monthly contest, like where I pull one person, I raffle their names off, and then pull one person out of the jar to get free. Lipsense tips, so I put little Lipsense tips there. Color recipes. This album is specifically color recipes, which by now, if you signed up, I hope you know that you can mix and layer colors. I have way too many notifications, I'm sorry. But you can mix and layer your colors. So I try to show these to give people ideas of different colors that either I've done, some of them are ones that I've made and done myself to layer salmon and bombshell, and I got this pretty coral color, and I made that. Actually, I did not do that one in WordPress. I made that collage, and I do a lot of those kind of collages in Chimera, CYMCRA. It's one of my favorite cameras. It's helpful for you. But, some of them are mine. Some of them are people I've downloaded it from online or from on our Lip Bosses support group page, and I will add you to those groups if I haven't. Please let me know so I can. But it's got some ombres. A lot of people are really into the ombres, and it's got some fun, different colored lips. Anything that's different or layered lips. Anything that's different, not just one shade, I put in here. And this was supposed to be my cover. For some reason, it's at the bottom. Oh no, I made a different cover. I think. Okay. So I made that in Word. Sorry, my dogs are gonna drive you guys crazy in this video, but hopefully you can still hear me. Right. Okay, so every time I back out, I back out of the album. You're gonna get to know how to use albums really well by the time you're done watching this video. So yeah, so then I've got color families. This is a really helpful one too, because I think sometimes just individual crop colors can be overwhelming for people. So if they're like, well, I usually wear pink, then the color families is nice because I've got these broken down in color swatches like bright pinks, bright reds, browns, oranges, purples, reds, white pinks. So you can say, do our dark pinks or light pinks. They say light pinks, and you just have that there for them to look at. Sorry, it's not showing it very well on my screen, but I can put that also in the folder, in the Lipsense folder, so you would have it. So it's nice because they can kind of scroll through if they wear reds or oranges or purples to see those color swatches. And they really are helpful to see in color swatch on hand. So these are also broken down by color family, so they can see them kind of all in the family. They're like, oh, I just wear nude. The reds, and like, oh, I never wear colors like that. And you're like, well, there's 70 colors. But then when they look at them individually, that's too much too. And they're like, I don't really like very much color. What is they're a nude person? So you go straight to this picture and say, well, leave this. And sometimes it's helpful to just, what I would do there is just hop over here and tag that person, whoever it is. For all fun purposes, I'll tag Nikki again because I'll explain to her later what I'm doing. But you can just tag, find their name, enter, and then they're going to see that. So when you're talking to somebody and they're saying, well, I really like these, you can do that. Or another way you can do it if you're private messaging with them is, that's another reason why I like albums, is that, you've got a URL for each album. So when you're in this album, you can just come up here and right click, copy, and you could go to a message. I'm going to go to Nikki again. Nikki's going to be like, what the heck are you doing? Because I haven't warned her about this. So I'm going to go to Nikki again and just to show you how you do it. But say you're talking to somebody and they're like, well, I can't find all the colors. And you can. It's good to try to train them to go to photos and albums so they can do it themselves. But also, if you're just being a good host and helpful, you can just copy and paste and be like, look, here's my colors album, and do that. And then they can reply right back and be like, oh, thank you so much. That's so helpful, or whatever. You go back and forth. So it's a nice way to private message people. And sometimes I'll go in there and find personal pictures of a blonde wearing pink if I know they're blonde to match them up and give them kind of that personal touch, and they really like that. So go back to my album. So I think you guys get the gist of how to set up your album. Then rather than going any more of my albums, you guys can figure it out. You have an idea. I want to make sure you are showing good videos. This is one of my favorite videos to show. Pinned to the top of my page, and how you do that is on the right. There's a thing where it says like pin or unpin post of your favorite, whatever your favorite video is. You want to pin it so it's at the top of your group so that everybody sees that immediately when they go to your page. Okay. Otherwise, see, like this popped up right now. This is not the most recent thing I did, but whenever you comment on anything, it's going to pop up as first in your group. So that's why the group can get like kind of discombobulated and crazy if you don't. If you don't do albums, so these, I put funny little memes on my page sometimes, because you don't always want to just be about selling. You want to, engage your customers. So sometimes I do funny memes, and I've got a bunch of those in the folders, but you can search up funny makeup memes, funny Lipsense memes, funny lipstick memes. You'll find all kinds of stuff. And sometimes to make, sometimes I'll just do something cool online, like a cool video or something cool new product. Cool new group or talent or something I like on a TV show I might talk about. You want to basically create a brand where you can identify with your customers and they can identify with you. You want to make yourself relatable. Also, an important thing to talk about is posting your own selfies and doing your own Facebook Live posts. Some people are really shy about that, but I found Facebook Live posts are very engaging. I get the most interaction when I do a live post. I also get the most interaction when I do it in the evening, so just time-wise, I'll tell you that. But people really like to watch you talk about the product, not just see you, kind of showing the product. They like to see you showing the product, not just you talking about it. I can talk about it until I'm blue in the face and show pictures and get nothing. And then I post a live video, and then people start asking questions, and then I start getting messages. So I think live videos are super important. Get used to making and posting those. Don't be shy, ladies. If you want to do well in this, they've got to be able to trust you, and they want to know what you're doing, and they want to know that you believe in it, and show your excitement in those videos. Okay, but there are also a lot of great videos that you can find online that you can share with other people, and they're helpful too. So I'm telling you, your people will listen to you more than they listen to people. So, anyways, the more you comment on anything is where it's going to bump it up. I always, before I'm going to make an order, will do some kind of little thing like this. And I'll show some of the products I'm planning on ordering and see if anybody wants some. It's really important to tell them what you're going to order tonight. Give them a few days. I'm going to order on Wednesday, and then keep putting down each day so that they don't forget. Really, really important to be consistent on your groups. It's really important to brand yourself with things that they know they're gonna be able to see from you. Like, wow, okay, well, she's a busy woman, so she's gonna post time-saving tips. Or me, in my case, I'm a Halloween woman, so I'm gonna post a lot of Halloween makeup things with using our makeup. Whatever it is that you're into, or there's new colors. But really try to find try to find a personal voice that you can connect with your audience where they can really relate. If you have any other questions about Facebook groups, you can leave them in the comments, or of course always message me. Several groups that I will be adding you to. See, this is something that's not even related to a video and stuff. It's a way to show people I'm just not always trying to sell something. It's a way to make them feel comfortable just coming to my page. And I want them to come to my page and like it. So ask me any questions you have. I am here to help you, ladies. This is how you set up a Facebook group.